is a place.
No, no, no. Home is a feeling.
Home is my motherland.
It's more where you feel alive and inspired.
Well, I think we're talking about the same thing, aren't we? Home is where our story begins.
What's your story?
Homesick at Home every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m.
On Radio Van 103.1 with Ina MK
and Rina D.
Shot City. I'm coming home again.
Good evening, dear listeners of Radio Van. This is Homesick at Home, our English-speaking show, which is on air every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. And my dear, beautiful co-host is Rina D, along with myself. Hi, Rina.
The lovely, lovely MK Ina.
Oh, this was something different tonight. And
surprised you, right?
Yeah. I love surprises. And tonight, of course, we have a guest, Joseph Zakarian. Good evening, Joseph. How are you doing?
Good.
Are you comfortable there on our red couch?
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
Speak the truth couch.
You'll see what happens now over there.
Yeah. Okay, I would like to remind our listeners that if you don't have the access to the frequency, you can go ahead and just tune into our live video broadcast, which is www.radiovan.fm, our website, also our official Facebook page, which is Radio Van 103.1. Also, you can download our application and listen to us anywhere you go around the globe. I did this.
And the way to do that is you just go to the website, scroll down, and you have the icons right in front
by
of
the way, now we have a new option. You just go to our website and the informational thing pops up.
Wow.
Yeah, and there you go. You can download the application.
Cool.
So, let's start. Joseph.
Yeah.
He's anxious.
Why Joseph? Why Joseph?
Why Joseph?
Yeah.
You mean why?
The name.
The name, right? Well, it's my father used to call me Hofsip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like, you never think your name is Joseph. Your name is Hofsip. So, but in the passport it's Joseph, and because we were living in the Middle East, then I guess it was much easier, to read it as Joseph or Joseph, Giuseppe. I don't know.
Whereabouts in the Middle East?
Jordan.
Okay, so where are you from?
Where
were you born?
I was
and
born
raised?
in Jordan. And let's say I was born in Jordan, raised in Armenia. I came to Armenia when I was 16 years old, 2001. And yeah, it was during that time when I, started knowing more about my culture. That's it.
Why at 16?
Well,
You didn't have time before that.
I was, my father and my family are very much, let's say, patriotic, and they wanted me to, grow up in Armenia, though study, grow. So yeah, they sent me here to study. Actually,
Did you speak Armenian before?
I didn't know any Armenian.
Oh.
I went to an Armenian school for 2 years, 4
In
years.
Jordan.
KG1 till second grade, and after that went to an English school, and yeah. So when I came here, I didn't know Armenian. Parev, Parilus, that's all.
Do you know now?
Iharke,
Iharke. Okay, Iharke, of course.
So it wasn't a decision you made.
It wasn't a decision I made. I didn't know much about Armenia. I knew that I'm Armenian, but I didn't know anything about Armenia. So it was pretty 2001 was pretty dark times. Let's go.
Did you have any expectations or a picture about Armenia, or you just came?
No expectations,
Without
nothing.
any.
They just put me in a plane and sent me here.
That was cruel. Okay, so any cultural shocks you faced?
Of course, yeah. Well,
Some
everything.
stories connected with that.
A lot of stories. Everything was actually black. everyone used to wear black shoes, black pants, black everything, and it was dark. The city was dark, different mentalities. Um, I don't know, but it was time of it was we couldn't accept each other a lot. Like we knew that we were different, both of us, like diasporans and locals. But luckily now we have this. Everything now is. We understood now that we are different but very similar at the same time. And those differences we have or we had, we should like just put on aside and just think about bright future. That's it.
Concentrate more on the similarities than the differences.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's right.
So
So
differences can
Differences sometimes unite. Yeah.
well, if we look at it in a positive way, it
Right.
serves us right. Yeah. Joseph, you're a photographer,
Yes.
a DJ, a music producer. What did you come to study in Armenia?
When I came here at the beginning, I wanted to study political science. That's what I enrolled for. But I was young, and
I was
when you're young
so
and
much younger than today.
young and without any like let's say authority, like your parents,
Okay.
you go wild, and we are still wild, but
Who's we?
The photographer and the musician.
so yeah, it didn't work out. I came back concentrated a year after. My father was like, "Hey, Ari, stay,"
Come home.
and send me back
I'm
home.
gonna
So
translate.
sent me back to Armenia to study filmmaking. I studied at Yerevan State Institute of Theater and Cinematography, and I got kicked out on my fourth year.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about why.
Rana, you
but-
told me he was
You can't
open.
do that. You can't do. I forgot to tell him he can't do that.
right.
What did you do? A moment of confession is here right now on Radio Van.
I got bored.
Exclusively for Homesick at Home.
I guess I got bored from the same let's say the same thing. I get bored really quick, really fast. I can't stick on one thing, just doing one thing the whole time.
Oh, what's your horoscope sign? then?
Gemini?
Okay, now I see.
So yeah, I was.
Keep going.
So
What
they
do you
were like,
mean?
yeah, you have to leave. And during that time, it was what was it? 2007? Yeah, it was 2007. And I was walking, on the street with my friend, and I was telling him about my problems. I got kicked out from university, from institute, and I'm in deep trouble right now. And I meet another friend that is a photojournalist, Garin Mirzayan, and he was like, hey, you can, apply, come study photojournalism at Caucasus Media Institute. And I was really lucky to go there. One of my mentors was Ruben Mangasaryan, and the whole, the atmosphere was amazing, the students were great. And that's, where I launched, my career as a photojournalist.
But you didn't get bored of that, did you?
I did at the end. I was like, I'm sick and tired of the cameras, the shutter sound, and I still have these problems. Yeah. So, yeah, it was good times. I was covering the elections, 2007 elections. Sert Sarkisyan, Lebor Debrecen, and all that. I got
You can't
published.
say those anymore.
How was it?
You can't say those
It
words
was
anymore.
actually I got deported. I got really it was I got deported from the country. They were like, yeah, your visa is over. You have to leave. Like, we changed the laws, and I don't know
For
what.
those who are listening, this is a true story.
I got deported. Went to Kars and Ani on a project with the institute, Caucasus Institute, to work on a project called Merhaba Barev, exchange project between what do you call it? Photo agency in Istanbul and a photo agency in Yerevan. And went to Istanbul later and to Jordan.
Cool. Okay.
And what happened after that? I mean, you came back.
We can hear the story after the advertisement
we have an
break.
advertisement.
Okay, stay tuned. This is Homesick at Home.
Well,
If
it's interesting. They have to.
of course. And if you just tuned in, our guest is Joseph Zakarian from Jordan, all the way to Armenia.
Right.
Photographer and music producer, DJ, and much more. Steven's gone. Rafi's gone. Rena, Asa. What am I gonna do?
Well, dear, that's the way men are. Maybe you should try a woman.
What? Rena, kezi çeraf.
Ina hangizdatsi. I meant as a co-host.
Vay. Homesick at home.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night.
Yes, it's Friday night and we're back. And I would like to remind you, for those of you who just tuned in, that this is Homesick at Home, our English-speaking show. And we have a wonderful guest, photographer and DJ music producer, Joseph Zakarian.
You're great, both of you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Rena, Rena.
You haven't seen it.
Okay, so we have plenty of questions prepared for you, but first of all, I would like to do some remark. Today we have the last call, which is actually prom for all our graduates all over Armenia. And
Yes.
today they're having their final drama thing at schools, and then they're having parties. So we want to wish them good luck in their new beginnings, and of course to make good and right choices in life.
And
Yes.
So congratulations once again, sending you hellos and love right from Radio Van Studio right
Yes, happy adventure.
now. Happy adventure. Yeah. So Joseph John, where did we stop? You had a question, I think, Rena John. Okay, if you don't, I'm gonna ask one.
Okay.
Our show is called Homesick at Home, and you were born and raised in Jordan, and then came back here came to Armenia, and now after all this time living here, where is your home?
I live on Israelian 37.
That's a nice question.
That's my home.
But I mean, what do you feel about being homesick for Jordan, or are there any things that you really miss, or no?
We were grown up as, as people of this universe, let's say. Everywhere is our home. But of course, Armenia is our homeland. And I don't feel homesick. I feel pretty like at home all the time, especially after the revolution.
Nice.
I feel like a lot of, not only me, not even as a diasporan, even locals feel more at home, I guess.
Yes.
Like,
Did you participate in the revolution, the protests and stuff?
Yeah, I was there since day one. Actually.
Cool,
Since,
cool,
the
amazing.
movement
Great.
started, and
Great to hear that. And now we're little by little, step by step, we're seeing the fruits of this wonderful velvet revolution, and we hope that this will keep going the way it is.
And it will prosper into something more beautiful.
Yeah, we believe, and we are actually sure that it will. So,
Joseph,
Rena,
about a year ago, or I think it was a year ago, right? You decided to kind of move out from Armenia. Can you tell us what happened there?
well, you're going to places where, like,
This is why we're here.
so
feel free.
it had to
to
do with
talk.
my it had to do with my father passed away, and he wanted, the guy was old. He was like he wasn't that old, but he was sick, and as I said, he's very patriotic, and he wanted, I'm sorry to say this, but he wanted to rest in Armenia. He was I want to live like as much as I can live in Armenia and just be in Armenia.
Okay, so he felt that he belongs to here.
He always felt that.
At the end of the
He
day.
always felt that. He always felt that. And I had to leave back to Jordan to take care of family issues, and I tried to give I tried to give it a chance, and like let me try and do something because my mom is there, and I didn't know if she wanted to move back with me to Armenia. I didn't know if she can, so I gave things time, and we eventually let's say sold our property and came back here, and bought a house and settled here. For
Okay, so
good.
your mom is here.
Yes, my mom and my cat.
Great.
Yes.
What's her name?
Rose.
Is
My
she-
mom or the cat?
Your mom and your cat.
My
Okay.
mom's name is Marina, and my cat's name is Rose.
Okay, let's say hello to Marina. Is she watching us right now?
Sure, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
she's watching this.
Okay, hello Marina, all the way from our studio, and of course Rose, the cat. So does your mom like Armenia?
She loves Armenia. She doesn't speak fluent Armenian, but she understands, and she's much more healthier in Armenia actually, and she feels much more comfortable. She's very happy. She's very happy here.
Great, nice to hear that. And Joseph, can you talk now a little bit more about what you do, your passion in life, your work? What is it?
Well, it's I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's like a life cycle, or maybe I'm 33 right now. I don't know.
Jesus
And I said,
age.
Jesus Christ, it's really hard to decide. For me, it's really hard to decide what I want. I know what I want, but I can't stick to one thing. I just like to keep on moving, try to do different things. Currently, I'm painting. A couple of months ago, I was taking pictures. Tomorrow,
You're painting?
I started painting.
Oh, there is a surprise for Rena also.
Oh my
here
God,
in
I
the
didn't know
studio.
about that.
Yeah, I started painting.
You see?
You saw my sculpture. Yeah, I have like a couple of sculptures. You've seen one of them, I guess. Like small.
But I didn't know you did that.
I did that.
Oh my God. Okay.
So,
It's a useful show, Rena.
I just like to swim in what I in my it's just swim in my passion.
It's emotional thing. So
I guess
you're
so.
an emotional person.
Probably.
If you
yeah.
feel this way, you just go with the flow. You don't
Probably.
resist these
Yeah.
feelings. What is your tattoo?
Oh, yeah, this is a dragon. I did this when I was very young, very shy.
And what's the meaning of it?
Well,
Does it have a certain philosophy?
well, it means power actually. I have 3 tattoos. This is one of them. And when you combine the 3 of them, it means something else. But I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay, again, this happens again. I guess we can't ask where are the other 2 tattoos. Okay.
Right.
Joseph, let's talk about. We know that what you do is a passion for you, right? What inspires you in life?
Nothing. No.
This was the most
You can't do
original
that.
answer ever. Nothing. Okay, let's go home now.
Right. What inspires me is maybe death.
Think the remembering about that
Maybe,
there is death or death itself.
Maybe death, maybe life.
How do-
It's, I don't like to say like, oh, I have this passion and this thing really inspires me. It just happens. Things happen.
So you don't want to actually think about it. This is what you're saying.
I don't like to think about things. I just try to do things. When you think too much about them, you don't do.
You don't do what?
Okay, is there something you want to talk about right now? Here, on air. When there are certain people listening to the show and then
I've-
imagining that they don't even hear us.
Okay, but it's. I hope it's like it's not too political. I hope.
No, it's anything. Go ahead.
If anyone's hearing me right now, it's really time for us to start thinking about unifying and thinking, to be more unified all around the world, not only in Armenia. We have to be unified. We have to, just be more aware of what's going on and try to do the best to, put the country on its feet and vice versa, because if there's no Armenia, there's no diaspora, and if there's no diaspora, you know,
It's all mutual.
yeah, we have to be really like unified. We have to be aware, and we have to work towards like goals and visions. We have to put our goals and visions, and start thinking about things that will go on, maybe like 100 or 200, 300 years from now. Just to think as much, not to think, just to imagine. Let's say, as much as like.
Do you think
It's
this
interesting.
awakening of the people, I think it changed the whole, I mean, the mentality and the way they,
The outlook.
yeah, the outlook, because
Yeah.
people realize that they really mean something, that they do really,
Of course.
that they can make the difference. So
Yes.
I hope that this condition stays and grows, because now nobody stays passive in this situation. Everybody has their own, I don't know, opinion, and they people are not afraid to talk about this, and they don't just live their life with their heads down and thinking,
Yeah.
okay, I cannot change anything. Let me just think about my making bread for today or something.
Believing in the change that you can make as an individual.
Yeah, so this is a if I can say, an awakening of citizenship. People realize that they are really citizens of this country, and they are they each of them can be the leader or
Yes.
change maker.
Global awareness.
Yes. But did you just realize by what you were saying you were actually inspiring people?
Maybe, I don't know.
Talking about nothing, inspiring nobody.
I get, I really hope, because time is short, and time is, we, after the independence, we had like, the story. I don't want to say it, and I think it just evolved in a way that it should have evolved. I think even like our leaders even evolved in a way that they should have evolved, and
It was time.
it was just about time. But just keep this in mind. Let's not waste time, and try to be as much as productive, as much as we can.
Yes.
And for those of the listeners or the people just who are not even listening to the show, I have a certain, not advice, but a message or something, a wish, my own wish. If you're not helping, please don't do the opposite thing. Just if you're staying silent, it's okay, but you can help or stay silent, but do not. Please do not try to
Interfere.
interfere or disturb the good processes that are being developed and that are going on now.
I would like to say that, but you need both. There's this word in Armenian that we don't often use. It's called awareness, right? How do you say awareness in Armenian?
Իրազեկություն.
Իրազեկություն ապրել.
Oh my God.
So
I've
that,
You
never
like my
heard this.
Armenian? Thank
I've
you.
never heard this word.
Irazek is a very beautiful word. I know Garolashat Garagana, but we have to, be aware. Awareness is the most important thing we need right now. Awareness education.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what I think the current leader is teaching us.
Definitely.
Little by little. He's
Definitely.
teaching us that we need to be aware of things.
Yeah.
We need to be educated to form a certain opinion. Before being informed, you cannot have any opinion. You just can judge and and
Yeah,
just
that's true.
complain and this and that. But you cannot have a real opinion before being
Yes.
really informed. So before
But talking about those who are silent, maybe for a certain period of time until they figured out what was going on. But now, being silent is kind of like being indifferent to everything that's going on. And that is very dangerous at this
Very
period
dangerous.
in time.
there is a good saying by Dante. He says the hottest spots in hell are reserved for
Correct.
those who stayed indifferent during the times of big changes, like
Yes.
big moral changes.
Yes.
So I think this is something that I really like. And well, before going to the next question, I would like to mention our invisible team who always works in our
Yes.
and supports our back. They are Artashes Agajanyan, who is our social media manager and who takes care of all the video broadcasts that are you guys are enjoying right now, and also Mary Soloyan, who is our music director and also the responsible person for
And you can
our
see her popping in and out
episode.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so this is a small thank you pause, and then let's go to the next question to our guest,
Okay.
our mystic guest, Joseph.
Joseph, what is the most risky action you have taken in your
Oh,
life?
this is very scary. It's getting scary. I don't know.
It's yet to come, I think.
Look at the answers. I mean, can you hear him? Nothing. I don't know.
He's gonna do tonight. Okay, what is this guest you brought to our show? I mean, nothing provocative, nothing. Okay, I'm joking. Okay, what is your motto in life, and if you have one?
Let me go back to.
Yeah, you can't avoid my question. Come on.
No, let's not avoid any questions.
I'm saving you right now.
You know, I do believe in some. I do believe in destiny.
Okay.
If you're gonna live, then you live. You know, you as much as we think like we have control on things, as much as we try to control things, we
Okay,
don't.
so there is certain freedom of choice.
I guess I
Okay.
don't know. That's a deep like question, but I do believe in destiny. Let's say that. I do
Okay.
believe in if I'm here, then I'm here. Then
Does destiny believe in you? That's the question.
destiny. I don't think destiny believes in me.
Why?
It just does what it does.
Okay.
Because he hasn't found anything to inspire him yet. You see, he says nothing. That's why destiny is kind of like, you better find that inspiration.
I think he needs to fall in love.
Okay, it's getting okay.
It's getting there. What is the worst memory in your life,
Oh my god, the worst.
except getting kicked out of the university?
I guess it was my father's death. Actually, that was my biggest like harvat.
You're connected to him.
I'm very connected. I'm still connected with my father. I love him. And though we weren't like, he was a difficult person. And, that was my toughest time.
How did you overcome, or how did you? I don't want to say get over it, but
Well,
how did you learn to live with this? Okay.
I have a baby. Her name is Petra. And that's not me.
Okay. Reina?
I
Petra.
guess,
Hello,
like,
Petra. How old is she?
She's 5 months. 5 months old. I guess it was her that gave me some motivation. Yeah.
I hope she ends up inspiring you in many ways.
If you had to give your daughter one advice that was guaranteed that she would follow it in life, what would it be?
Do what you think is right.
What you think is right?
What she thinks is right.
Think?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how to figure out what is right.
You have to feel it on your own.
Okay. So this means
You
do
have-
what you feel, maybe?
You have to feel what you think is right. Wow.
Okay.
Joseph,
thank
what are you doing?
I don't know. Just you asking the questions. I'm answering.
Do you have phobias?
Phobias, yes, lots.
Okay, share it with us.
Claustrophobic. I don't like to be. That's it.
Okay, is it comfortable here?
It is.
We can open the window.
Phobias. I'm not homophobic, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess this should be like, over. Um, I have fears. I don't have phobias. Let's say, yeah, I have fears. No, not phobias. I'm claustrophobic a bit.
Okay. Well, did you have a problem going up here with escalator?
Not really.
I mean,
no.
the elevator. Sorry.
Elevator.
Yeah.
No,
It was
it's
okay?
not these kind of phobias. It's just if I'm there for a long time,
Okay.
or like maybe short. I don't know.
If
That-
there's no choice.
That's not
Yeah,
claustrophobia. That's Gemini phobia.
Gemini. I don't like to be like in a box for long. Maybe in a car for long. I don't know. Yeah, no phobias. No, I don't fear anything. I don't.
Okay, so we got to no phobias at all from a lot of phobias. You started that way, and now we're here, and you're saying no phobias. This is great.
Yeah, no phobias,
We're
no
doing
fears.
good with this guy.
Yeah, we're working with him right now on air. Joseph, if you were to describe Armenians in 5 words, okay, let's say, what would it be? Armenian people.
Vorderitzes. Which Armenians? Locals?
Yeah, locals.
Locals. Smart. Very.
Thank you.
Extremely. Smart. That's what that was smart. Very smart. Precise. Precise. Smart, precise. Yeah.
That's two.
Ağzını vonten ağzını ben.
Honest.
Very honest.
Okay.
3. Let's keep them 3.
3. Okay, we made a discount for you now. Okay. This was the last spring discount for for our guests because
Yes.
next time we're gonna meet in summer.
Joseph, being an artist, you have to have passion
And
What?
inspiration.
and inspiration. What do you think is passion? Love, passion. What is that?
Misery.
It's misery.
There's, I guess.
Can you kind of open the parenthesis?
Masochist. It's, it's maybe like you can't really put it in
Definition.
you can't define it or plug it in any image. It just is as it is, just you do things as you do them or you don't. So it's not like something that I'm searching for, I just let it flow, let's say, or let things go and try to find things or
Let it find you.
in chaos, or I don't know, huh? It's you can't define it.
Okay, you mentioned chaos. Is this chaos? Do you mean the chaos within you or somewhere
Well,
outside you?
chaos could be like everywhere, inside of you and out. So you can search for chaos. Chaos inside of me, yeah, that's for sure. But there's chaos everywhere. It's look at the world. Look at what's happening around the world. Yes, we live in Armenia, but let's not live in a bubble. The world is constantly moving, and I'm sorry to say this, but what we see from the news is what we hear and what we see is pretty like sometimes it scares me. People like I don't know, leaders of the world who don't want peace. They don't want peace in the Middle East. They don't want peace, and that's the problem.
And that pisses us off.
And that
Yeah, and
pisses us off.
it does. Okay.
What is the last book you read
I don't read
that
a lot of books.
impressed you? Okay.
I don't read a lot of books. I had a teacher that told me don't read. Told me don't read a lot.
Can
I
you
was talking about this
give
yesterday.
me his phone number?
Yes, of course. His name is Hagopis Kudarian, and he's a wonderful man. He was my teacher at the Institute of Cinematography, and he taught me like Derasani Varveduchun, and he was like, don't poison your mind with every book. You know, a lot of books that
Wow.
are rhetoric, and I'm very, very precise in what I read. You know, I don't go home and read Karl Marx or you know, Lenin Bapik letters to I don't know who. I don't care. I do care about Marx. Like I do care about what happened, what he wrote.
Okay, but you don't
But-
want to go into this philosophy.
But I don't program myself to be. I don't want to be coded. You know, I don't like that idea that everyone should read this book and everyone should do this.
Yeah.
And I guess our Minister of Education really knows about that, and I'm sure it's one day it will change. You know, have the freedom to read or educate yourself as you want. You know, İrazek, read. But one of my favorite books is Khalil Gibran, The Prophet. I'm sure you know Khalil
Yeah.
Gibran. And it was, for me, it's like a never-ending river of feelings and emotions, let's say. And philosophy. Gibran's philosophy.
What did you get from that book?
Um,
Like one most important thing.
it gave me hope. You know, it gave me hope to live, I guess.
Interesting. Joseph, is there anything that makes you angry?
Everything. Everything can.
So nothing inspires you, everything makes you angry.
Okay, do we make you angry?
Do you want me to be angry right now?
No.
You can't do that. You can't answer a question with a question.
Okay, did we ever make you angry during this show?
You're starting to.
Really?
I've
No,
made
no,
him
just-
angry. I've made him angry a lot.
Yes, I am a very nervous person, and sometimes I do get angry.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, let's say. Most of the time, I'm nervous.
Which times?
I don't know. You know, maybe it's my horoscope or.
Yeah.
What do you mean you keep on... I'm a Gemini too. What is this? Tell me. Do you have something to say, you know?
I'll tell you later after the show because it's quite long and we need to concentrate on our guest. Okay.
So,
Do you have
it might be your horoscope or...
Or, you
My
know,
son is a Gemini.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, let's put these superstitions or whatever.
Do you have a question to us?
Me, a question?
No.
Question to ask.
To ask us, maybe. I don't know. Think about it. Before you do you have a favorite Armenian dish?
Favorite Armenian dish?
The one you tried here for the first time, maybe
Rapama.
Rapama?
I love rapama. It's like
Okay, for our listeners, Rapama is a pumpkin stuffed with raisins, rice,
Really? Raisins?
yummy nuts and
Okay.
honey, and all of this is baked in an oven, and then the pumpkin becomes really crunchy from
Okay.
outside and really
Very healthy.
really healthy from inside. Okay.
It's like what? You were saying Rapama is like...
Heyecan Rapama.
Heyecan Rapa. They have a song for it. It's a dish, Armenian dish.
What is music to you?
Music.
Here we go.
You know, it's we have senses. You know, everyone has these senses, and we feel, we see, we hear, we talk. I like to experience all these senses. I don't like to be experienced only on just having a headphone on my head and just DJing all my life. Music for me is, in short words, an output, or input. I don't know. It's something. It's something. What I've something. I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
Try it.
I'm trying.
We're not that scary. Go ahead.
Everything I do, whether it's music, whether it's photography,
Art.
whether it's you want to call it art, it's self-expression, and I try to express myself through my music, through my paintings, or through my photography, or through my sculptures, or whatever I do, whatever.
Do you need audience for this,
I don't care.
or not necessarily?
I don't care about the audience. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you want to buy it, or I do it. Everything I do for myself. I don't do it for anyone. I don't do it to impress anyone.
Okay, so
What would you change about yourself?
Nothing.
What would you change about Armenia?
Everything.
oh wow.
Everything? Even me?
No, not people. People are amazing. They're beautiful.
Okay, so it's not everything. Everything except people.
There's not a singular exception. Something that you wouldn't change about Armenia.
You seem a categorical person
I don't know.
Sometimes.
if it's
He
the right
doesn't
word.
care, I think.
Everything, but
In your answers.
when I say changing everything, I guess what I mean, because we changed a lot, and when you have a chance, not every nation, not every country has the privilege or the opportunity, let's say, the chance to have. I think what happened was really like I don't want to call it like whatever happened for a reason. You know, and when you have a revolution, especially a revolution like a velvet revolution that, you know,
Without
like
any
this, without
bloodshed.
Yes, peaceful.
without any peaceful revolution, it means that, you know,
We're chosen. We're special.
Yes.
Okay.
it means that people understand what's going on. They always understood, but we're oppressed.
Yeah.
Armenia is, I don't want to call it Pandora's box. I want to call it a treasure box. It's a big treasure that has been kept
For a long time.
for a long time already.
It's time to open it. Woohoo.
And who's going to open that?
We
Us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, this is a good title for our show. Armenia
Yeah,
is a
like,
treasure
yeah.
box. Please keep this in mind.
That has been kept. It has been kept. But
And these treasures are
within us.
people.
Yeah.
it's us, yes.
Thank you. That's very
Yeah, it's very romantic.
nice. Yeah.
All right.
It is romantic, no.
Are you a romantic person?
No.
Oh, no, he is.
You think? Stop pretending. This is an honesty show, okay?
Honestly, I'm trying, but I
Did something block you before we went on there?
no, nothing
No?
can block me.
Was it the coffee?
No. Did you put anything in the coffee?
I made the coffee.
You made it.
Yeah.
I should have made it myself. Okay, so this is the answer.
Well, I don't go buy flowers, and you know, my partner. I had a partner, and we you know, she was, you never buy me flowers. I'm like, you know, sorry.
Oh, oops. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with being a romantic. Come on.
I don't.
Why not?
No, that has nothing
the
to do
girl
with being...
wants flowers.
You know, I'm sorry. You know, if she's hearing me, but
Okay, right here, right now. It's
yeah,
the
I'm-
right
I'm
chance
just-
to explain why in the world you don't buy her
So you didn't give
flowers.
her a reason? You're just trying to explain right now? She waited all these, you know?
I don't buy flowers. I don't. You know, why should
This
you
could
buy
be the
flowers?
title too. I don't
Excuse
buy
me.
flowers.
Why should you buy flowers when you can have like gardens
Okay, because
of
it's
flowers?
it's dead
You see,
bodies
and
of
he says he's
flowers.
not romantic. Oh my God.
Okay, but do you take her to a garden at least?
Yeah, I'll
I
take
mean,
her
a
to a
park?
garden, but you know, this symbolism is you know, it's
Yeah.
beautiful to you know, to have like I love that, you know, when you know, someone has the thought and the time and you know, the sense, you know, I want to get flowers to my, you know, beloved one, and get her some flowers, make her feel good. Maybe I didn't have that, you know, warmth in my life, let's say, because
You're not used to this kind
I'm
of
not. I've never seen
something
you know.
new to you.
Yeah, I used to go get flowers for my mother when I was a kid, but you know, time and people change, and you know, I think about other things, and I don't know what I think about, but I don't have the, let's say, the
The grace.
the grace to go get flowers. All these, men that get flowers for
Okay.
their women, halala.
Dear girlfriend of Joseph, he will learn. Just give him some time.
No. He'll actually end up planting her a garden.
Yeah, that's much better. Just like in The Little Prince. You'll grow a flower and you'll take care of it.
Talking about the Little Prince, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
What's your favorite fairy tale?
Favorite
Fairy tale. Let's.
fairy tale?
Yes.
King Arthur's. The
The sword.
the sword and the stone. That's my favorite.
Why?
I don't know. I like the music. I like the music in that cartoon, I guess.
Okay. Do you have a favorite place in Armenia?
Armenia. Everywhere in Armenia. I love it. I love Armenia. I really do.
So no particular corner, spot, city.
The
Village.
well, spot, city, place. Everywhere I go in Armenia, I just fall in love. Dilijan ni, Vanadzorali ni, Yumbrin, Amender, Seva. Everywhere I go, I just,
Everywhere.
you see the potential all the time.
Yes.
And everywhere we go, we all of a sudden realize that we need to go on an advertisement break.
Not everywhere.
There are advertisements everywhere right now. Okay, but stay tuned. This is Homesick at Home. We have another 10 minutes to go. If you have questions to our guest, you can go ahead and write comments under the live video that is on air right now. And we will chat a little bit about things that we cannot speak on air. And come back to you. Stay tuned. This is Radio Van.
Ռեն, խի ուշացար, պրիտոմ չզանգեցիր, պրոպկա էր։
Հայերեն խոսիր հասկնամ։
Ռեն, ինչու ուշացար, ընդ որում չզանգահարեցիր, խցանում էր։
Ինչեր։
Never mind.
Չէ, ասե ինչեր։
This isn't gonna work. Typical repeat.
Oh, here she goes again.
And I'll be doing it every Friday with you on Radio Van. Homesick at home.
This is Homesick at Home, and yes, I'd like to remind that our guest is Joseph Zakarian.
Yes.
And Joseph, you posted earlier before we went on air about our show, and it was like an warning to everyone that you're going to speak about what it's like to be akhbar, which means a diasporan.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, can you please share with us what it's like?
What's the story behind that?
It's a story everyone knows, I guess, akhbar, but every time I use that word as, like, to make people
A joke.
a joke, or
Okay.
keep things warm.
Break the
But do
ice.
you feel this way now in Armenia?
Well, that's what my friends say all the time. When I say "Ara es akhbarim ban, egelen ban, is akhbari ban kanum yevalen shosens baner." Aslan ara akhbar ches fu ban menken akhbar gam chidem.
Okay, so now it's different. You don't feel like this.
Iran kasumen. They say that I'm not akhbar, but I'm sure that I'm.
Local production.
But, I mean, you've been here since 2001, right?
Yeah, it's no. I just use it for like joking around.
Okay,
It's just,
okay.
It's
So
nothing
it's not like feeling like a stranger or
never.
things
No,
like
no.
that.
I just use it to
Break the ice.
Okay, okay.
try
So
to be funny.
so what is love, Joseph?
What is love?
Baby,
don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more. Okay, the next question. Come on.
Guys, we said it. If you don't hurt me no more. That's love.
So what is
So
it?
you don't read books, but you kind of go into the songs to kind of...
Do you like singing in the shower?
Singing in the shower. No, I don't sing in the shower.
Karaoke?
No.
Okay. What is love?
Love is. Well, I guess love is respect. Respect, understanding, and I forgot the third one, but
So you've thought about this.
I don't know what do you mean when you say love. You know, it's what do you mean when you say love?
He keeps asking
Yeah, I know.
questions to
Love towards what? Love towards a person. Love towards an object.
Love.
towards,
Love as
General.
a feeling.
as a general feeling. It's just a feeling. You know, there's many feelings. There's love. There's hate. There's envy. There's
Yeah, but we want you to kind of talk about the love feeling.
I love this.
the love feeling.
Can you come again next Friday? Because we have a lot of questions.
I don't think he
still
wants
hanging
to
in there.
ever come back again.
Rana, don't feel guilty. It's okay. People are different.
We're going to continue this after the show, by the way, you and I.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna join you. Joseph, what does a man needs
What does a man need?
to be a
Oh.
man?
What was the name of that song?
When
Have
a
you ever
man
really ever
loves
loved
a
a woman?
woman.
Or maybe a man needs a man. Maybe a man needs a woman. Maybe a man needs a cat. Maybe a man needs I don't know, a flower. I don't know.
Is that why you have a cat?
What a man needs?
A flower.
Is that why you have a cat?
Well, I have many things. I'm happy that I have these things and I love them.
So now
They're
you
not
explain.
things. They're not. You know. They're not. What do you call them? Let's say objects, or maybe a synthesizer I love. Maybe a cat. Maybe my mother. I don't know. But whoever is in that circle is in my heart, or is my thoughts, my friends, my people I see, people on the streets. I love everyone, I guess, and I hate everyone.
Is there something that makes you cry?
Cry.
A movie.
Onions. Excuse me.
Onions.
A movie.
No, I'm not. Not a movie. Well, movie. Not.
Something else.
No.
I don't know.
It's
Maybe a song.
it's really hard for me to cry. When I cry, I just collapse. When I collapse, you know, I it's like rising.
So it's a negative thing for you, crying.
Yeah, it's pretty negative.
We've been crying throughout the whole this revolution thing.
But I cry every
I have to
300 years.
confess.
Here we go.
I don't cry all the time, you know. It's, oh, you broke my heart. I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
Oh, just don't cry. Are you like, what are you? Cry. Okay, cry. صارت لاتسك ما نشوف.
Du sagt laut.
Maybe you don't cry for yourself, but you cry for others.
Maybe I cry for others. Yes, maybe I cry for others. Maybe I don't know.
We have people.
We have
with
two
comments
minutes.
here. Yeah.
We have 2 minutes to
Okay.
go.
Joseph, do you have a motto in life?
Motto? What do you mean by motto?
A slow,
Like a quote that you go by that it kind of inspires you. I was gonna say.
What
but
doesn't kill you makes you stronger
Okay.
or weirder.
And the
I like
more
the second
weird
one.
you are, the cooler you are.
What
Or-
doesn't kill you makes you weirder. I love that.
Okay, we have a comment here by Zach Valadian.
Oh,
who
Zach
says,
John.
Hello, Zach.
And he
We
says,
miss you.
He says a man needs a good chorobat.
Oh, he's doing the best sandwiches ever.
Cool.
Remind me of Lebanon. You know the
I'll be visiting you guys
They bought
very
the taste
soon.
of-
Adzuch on Parpeti, but I don't know the number exactly. But yeah,
Do you have something to say as a closing to our show?
As a closing,
To, I don't know, to listeners, to people, to yourself, to us.
I want to say that I'm sorry.
Why?
If I'm, if I'm not, I'm not that educated or I'm not that smart.
No,
But
because people say that you're an interesting guest. These are the comments. So
May-
why you think this
He's
way?
making it more interesting by saying this.
Yeah.
I really hope to be. I really want to be. Oktagar.
Helpful.
Helpful. Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to be Oktagar. Helpful.
Joseph, stop.
Zach says, "Love your show, guys. Keep it up." Joseph Jan, Lilith Karapachan sent us lots of hearts, and Jack Semirjan says, "Interesting guest." Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Thanks for the comments. Thanks to Joseph for being our
Mr.
guest tonight.
Zakarian.
Mr. Zakarian. Yes, well, if we leave all the jokes aside, yes, we did enjoy your company, and the more we talk with you, the more questions we have, and it's like a half open book that we want to discover more and more, so it gives us a motivation to see you again and again.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you enjoyed sitting there with us and having a chat, and I hope nothing gave you an uncomfortable feeling or emotions.
For me, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
And we say, take care to everyone. Enjoy the weekend.
Enjoy your weekend. Have a great Friday night continuation. And we'll be ready to share with you more stories the next Fridays that
Yes.
will be on air. Get ready, because every time
Because here we come.
Yeah, here we come. And, of course, see you in summer.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.